everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and today I want to show you how to build an awesome smelter system. Sometimes in Minecraft you're going to run into certain items that you're going to need to cook in a furnace, whether it be something like different raw meats or fish or potatoes that need to be converted into food. Sometimes you have ores that you want to turn into the ore, into the little metal blocks that you get, ingots and stuff. You need to cook cobblestone into smooth stone, clay into bricks, terracotta into glazed terracotta. The list just goes on and on. Well, I have got a super smelter for you. I present to you my super mega cool awesome smelter device thing. Crazy name for it. So the way this system works is we have 13 furnaces on each side of the machine, which gives us a total of 26. And what this means is this machine is going to cook 26 times as fast as a single furnace would cook. Now, the cool feature about this furnace is there are no moving parts, and let me explain what that means. So in other super smelter furnaces, people will use minecarts to load all of the different furnaces with fuel and items to be cooked, but there's a problem with that. It's called chunk loading. So I'm standing in an area of the game right now, and the game has got chunks of area around me loaded so that the game can be active in the area that I'm at. If I was to go really, really far away from this area, this chunk would unload. And what would happen is all of the things happening here would shut down. If I'm using minecarts to move stuff around, and I move far away and the chunk unloads, everything freezes. When I come back into the area, the chunk reloads, and every once in a while, a minecart can glitch and get frozen in place. It won't continue to move like it was, and so you have to go up into your machine, you have to push the minecart, get it started again, and it's just a mess. But with this design, no moving parts means you can leave, you can come back, you can leave, you can come back, and it will always work every single time. So the way this thing distributes items amongst hoppers without any moving parts is kind of cool. I think it's cool anyway. We have got ourselves a comparator clock right here. This clock, when fully powered, is going to give off a signal strength of 15. Now it begins to subtract 1 from the total, so it would go 15, 14, 13, 12, count down to 0, and allow this torch to reset the clock, going back to 15, and continuing over and over again until a signal input shuts off the torch. That's what this signal does. So what happens is when this line is powered to 15, all of these torches turn off. It will begin counting down. Each torch will turn on one at a time until they're all lit up the way they are here. Now the way these hoppers work is we're going to put fuel into this chest, and fuel is going to go through this hopper line. When you get to a hopper that is not powered, that hopper is going to receive items. So if everything's off, this hopper is going to pull items from this chest. But as we begin to power torches, each hopper in succession will get locked, causing the next hopper down to receive items. And this cycling over and over again causes each hopper to pull an item, distributing all the items. So here we go. I'm going to take just a whole bunch of coal. We're going to load this system up so we can see it turn on. That's going to turn on the comparator, turns off the torch, turns off the line, and allows the comparator clock to turn itself on. And we can see right here, we've got the torches lighting up one by one in succession. Now this system is really cool in the fact that hoppers, 2 hoppers underneath a double chest, each hopper is going to pull an item per tick. So that means we can distribute items in 2 different directions from one double chest right here. And you can see both clocks are working. Both sides are distributing, and that's cool. So we're going to come over here and look, and we can see hoppers are sending fuel to all the different furnaces, and it's getting distributed amongst each furnace. So when cooking with furnaces, you have different fuel options available for you. Now, I have here a quick little demonstration that's going to show us how many different items it takes to cook different things. So here we have a wooden plank will cook 1 item, 2 sticks will cook 1 item, 1 coal and 1 charcoal each. These each cook 8 apiece. So 1 piece of coal will cook 8 stone. 1 piece of charcoal will cook 8 stone. A blaze rod is going to cook 12. A block of coal cooks 80. And a bucket of lava cooks 100. Now, normally what you would do for fuel efficiency is in a furnace, you would place, say, a lava bucket, 100 items in a hopper that plugs into that furnace, and cook away you go. You cook 100 items with 1 bucket of lava, fuel efficiency. But with this system, 1 stack of items is going to get distributed amongst furnaces, approximately 2 items per furnace. So say we put a piece of coal in a furnace. That's going to cook 8 items. But we're only going to cook 2 per furnace. So that's going to leave 6 available cooked items wasting a piece of charcoal. It's not very fuel efficient. You can use all these different fuel sources in this furnace system. You can even mix and match them if you want to. But what I have found is if you have a witch farm that's creating a lot of sticks, or you have a wood farm where you can create a lot of sticks, sticks is really the best fuel source for this system. You're going to use 2 sticks per item, and when you run out of items, it's going to stop cooking. Therefore, you're only going to waste maybe a stick per item, because it's kind of fractional the way it works. It's kind of strange. But basically what's going to happen is you're only going to burn the sticks you need per item instead of a whole bunch of fuel. I know it's a little confusing, but I hope that makes sense. So now the big question begs, how fast is this device really? I mean, if we're going to go through all the trouble of building all of this with quite a few resources, a lot of iron in the hoppers basically, how quick is this thing going to cook? Isn't it really going to be worth it for us? So let's do a little test. I am going to place a stack of cobblestone in here. I'm going to start an on-screen timer, and we're going to go down and look at the bottom chest, the output chest, and see how long does it take 1 stack of cobble to cook. So here we go. So we can see that doing a test with a mega smelter, this device right here, we can smelt 1 stack of items every 91 seconds. Now I went ahead and did another test with 1 furnace and 1 stack. It took 10 minutes and 40 seconds to smelt 1 stack of items. I had no idea it took that long. Now there's a little bit of a warm up and cool down time with this machine because it has a clock that's going to distribute the items. So as you place more stacks in here, you overcome that cool down and warm up time, and so your timing becomes more efficient. But I figured I would do it just 1 simple stack. How long does it take for that? And now we know. 91 seconds. So now that I've kind of babbled on for a while and I've explained the mechanics of how this works, we've done some time trials and stuff, I bet you're chomping at the bit. So let's go ahead and show you how do we build this mechanism. So here I have a double chest set up. This is going to be our output chest that's going to receive all of the cooked items, just like that chest right there. And what we're going to do, we're going to squat and we're going to count to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we have made these hoppers all point into each other, running in this direction. Now we're going to come over here from the back. We can see the hoppers facing, or not the hoppers, but the furnace is facing this way. We're going to squat again, and we're going to line this with 13 furnaces. Now the orientation for this is important because hoppers going into the back of the furnace is what adds the fuel, not into the front. So we need them to point this way. And now from here what we're going to do is this configuration, we're going to add 2 hoppers pointing down on top of each furnace, and from the back we're going to add a hopper pointing in and then a hopper pointing down like that. So go ahead and repeat this pattern on top of all of the furnaces and then build a mirror image of this coming over on this side just like that. So now that you've got your setup of furnaces and hoppers ready to go, we're going to do this. We're going to put 1 hopper facing down, and then we're going to place a line of hoppers facing into each other along the top. Bring that to that point just like that. We're going to do the same thing right here. bringing a line of hoppers, and make sure that they face horizontal, not downwards. I'll show you what I mean. What we're trying to do is send an item in here, and it's supposed to get sent horizontally till it gets to here and it can go downwards. If for some reason somewhere in here you accidentally put a hopper facing down, your items will only come to this point. They'll never continue on there. So if you're finding that items are not making it to the end, things are jamming up, double check your hopper orientation to make sure that you have this pattern. Here's a good example because you can see the sky down at the end and then all the way across to this point right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to squat so we can place a double chest here, a double chest here. And then what you want to do is redo this hopper lineup like this, but make it on this side. So now that we've got that set up, let's go ahead and start building the clock. We're going to place a block here, one more, come up like that. Let's place a torch here. We'll put a comparator pointing this way. It's going to read an output from this chest, affecting this torch right here. Now from this point, let's come down one block and one block over, and we can delete this block and this block. You don't have to delete them. I just like to delete them. Now from here, let's bring a line of blocks all the way to this point until we get to this hopper. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and bring us another line of blocks all the way to this point. Now on top of both sets of blocks, let's go ahead and place redstone dust right there. We'll bring redstone dust out here to this point, and then let's go ahead and put torches here. Now you don't need to place a torch here. Start with the second block. Make sure that there's no torch for this last hopper. We're just going to place a line of torches all the way here like that. Now from this point, let's put a block here. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and get your redstone comparators. Make sure that they're pointing that way on this side. And then here we're going to make them point back. Let's add some redstone dust right here. We're going to place a block right here and then bring this out 2 blocks. You can delete that block if you want to. We're going to place a redstone torch right here, and then let's place 2 pieces of redstone dust right here, and we can see our clock has turned on. That's good. That's a good sign. If you don't see that, go back and watch this part again because something didn't get done right. So from here, I'm going to bring up blocks like this. We'll get rid of that. I'm going to bring up a block right here like this. We'll put a block here, bring this over just like that. And then we're going to place a block here. Let's get rid of that. From this point, we need to add a repeater. I shouldn't have done dust. We should have a repeater right there. And then we're going to bring a line of redstone down just like this. When we place that there, that power from that torch comes through here, shuts off this torch, that shuts off the clock, and that locks the hopper system. This will not unlock until we add items in the system that need to be sent through on their way. So now that we've got this side built, go ahead and build that as a mirror image right here. You don't need to start with this. What we're going to do is we would end up with a line like this for the redstone dust, and in line with this hopper right here, you would start with this block. So go ahead and build a mirror image of that over here. So facing your furnace array, when you look to the left, you're going to notice that the clock and the alignment juts out towards the left. We've got comparators pointed this way over here. When we are looking at the furnace array and we look to the right, we can see that this construction points out to the right. I thought it was important to kind of give you a glance of what this looked like because we are doing mirror images. So when I'm over there building stuff off in that direction, it can be a little confusing to do a mirror image right here. So we just want to have a mirror image like that. But we're going to now build this construction flipped over here as a mirror image, just like this. So I'm going to give you a start. So what we're going to do is right here, we're going to place our blocks. This is going to be our comparator with our torch on top, just like that. And then from here, at this hopper, see we are one level or several levels. What is it? That is level with that. So it would be one block higher. See how that is? And that is, okay, so it is 1 block higher. So we would go out 2 blocks from here, make our line this way, make our line this way, and place our torches like that. Okay? So see how that's a mirror image of this, and it's a block higher? Okay, so now that you've got the orientation, I know it's probably a little confusing at first, but just kind of look at it for a second. Your brain will understand it. But now that we've got this, you would build a wing here, just like that. I'm going to come over here just so you can see the final product and see what I'm talking about. We've got the clocks mirror imaged of each other right here, and we've got the wings mirror imaged of each other right here, just like that. So I'm going to stare at this for just a second so you can pause it if you need to. And that is it. That's how to build the Mega Smelter. And that is how to build my awesome Mega Smelter. Now earlier in the episode I had said that this thing cooks 26 times as fast. I actually did the math, and to cook one stack of items in one furnace versus this Mega Smelter, this smelter cooks 7 times quicker. So a little bit of math and we get down to the truth of the whole thing. Yeah, but if you learned something new about Minecraft, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want to see more tutorials or Let's Plays or MHCs or all the different craziness that gets released on this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and keep on building.